up, everybody? Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and we know what Saturday means. That's where we take a look. We go through, what did the mailman bring? What did the DHL guy give me? What did the Amazon truck drop off? What did the mailman bring? What did I find in stores? And holy cow, was this a store week where a lot of things were hitting the stores. It is weekly purchases, our Saturday afternoon tradition, that's for sure. But man, this week was a big week for figure hunting. Hopefully you checked out that video yesterday. Had my mind on that Masters of the WWE Universe set. Came through clutch-like, getting Walmart off my list early so I could focus on Turtles and Target for the following week. So we'll get much more into some of that stuff for weekly purchases. But it was a banner week, that's for sure, for weekly purchases this week. This week also, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So normally at the beginning of this episode every Saturday, I sit and I talk about kind of what was shown and pictures. Well, as you guys know, with San Diego Comic-Con with Marvel and AEW, WWE, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, I mean, it goes on and on. There is so much new stuff shown this week. I'm going to be doing some special videos this weekend, maybe into Monday. You're going to get a couple of videos a day for a while, as I will break down my thoughts, at least, if anybody cares, my thoughts and my opinions on what we were shown at San Diego Comic-Con from all the lines we love. My opinions, where I land. You guys know I'll probably be a buyer on the majority of them, that's for sure. And I started off the special videos on Friday. I had my normal Friday Fig Hunt video up, but I also put a little bonus episode of the San Diego Comic-Con Gremlins Walmart exclusive by NECA unboxing. So a little something different. We haven't done a Gremlins unboxing, and I thought that'd be a nice little bonus video for Friday on the San Diego Comic-Con. So holy cow, a lot of stuff going on this week of San Diego Comic-Con, and we'll talk a lot more of that in weekly purchases, that's for sure. We'll do some deep diving. But that's it for the start of the show. That's really all I'm going to talk about. Like I said, I'm going to have some bonus videos throughout the weekend, deep dive in all these different figures we're seeing, but I wanted to do something special today. I wanted to do a free giveaway. It's time. I'm going through all my doubles, stuff like that. I need to clean off some space, and I said, what better way to get rid of it? I could put it on eBay or something, but it's not worth it. I'll give it to one of you guys out there, and here's what we're going to do. I found Batista, Ruthless Aggression 16. A pretty good Batista with a nice belt. Charlie Haas, Ruthless Aggression 11.5. Macho Man, Masters of the WWE Universe, Unpunched Edition, which is, you know, if you're collecting these MOC, you got to get the Unpunched on the Masters. And then I also found in my stash a Jericho Retro figure. Some of you guys may have these, some not, but hey, it's going to be free. And unlike others, I'll ship this anywhere in the world to whoever wins. But all you got to do to win is you need to like this video, obviously. Give me a comment below, say something, be in the comments, because that's where I'm going to pick it from. And then make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Most importantly, you got to be subscribed. Like, comment, subscribe on this weekly purchases video, and I will announce the winner next Saturday in the weekly purchases video. I'm going to randomize it, and I'll pull one name out of the hat. Probably a good idea to follow me on social media, because I don't know how else you're going to get a hold of me with your address and stuff, because you're not going to want to post it in the comments, I don't think. But that is on Twitter, at SirPaul64. That's my Twitter. And then you got Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. So you'll be able to shoot me a little message if you are the winner or whatever. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe on this weekly purchases video, and you will be entered to a free giveaway of these 4 figures, bought by me, shipped by me, all free. You can't beat that. Who else is doing that, huh? Who else is giving you these 4 figures? I don't think anybody else is giving you these 4 exact figures for free. But there it is. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the weekly purchases. Alright guys, weekly purchases are here, and like I said at the beginning, I kind of thought this was going to be a slower week. I was really fingers crossed for Turtles. We'll talk about that when we get to it. But this week ended up being absolutely insane. I mean, an insane new item pickup week. We got some of the old Jacks, the LJNs. We got some of that fun stuff we've had recently, but maybe the same for a lot of your guys' area. Walmart's, Target's clearancing like crazy, getting ready for the August resets. People in the industry, they call them mod drops, MODs, mods. It's, you see them a lot of times in the aisle. You see the piece of paper that shows where everything's supposed to be. Well, the fall resets are starting already. Getting ready for that Christmas season and getting out the summer and spring toys, putting for the fall and the winter toys. A great time of the year, especially you guys that are probably not like me because I'm a maniac, but those of you smart people out there that play the long game on items, now is your time to swoop in, grab those clearance. It's a little bit of a gamble because they keep clearancing them down, but you play that too long a game, they're gone, you don't get a chance at them. But there's a lot of Marvel Legends, a lot of Star Wars, some wrestling on clearance right now, making way for the new stuff. So play that long game. If you did, you're coming out smelling like a rose right now, probably winning out, especially in a lot of those Marvel Legends. That Age of Apocalypse set just dropped a couple months ago, month and a half ago, or we're down to $11 on clearance now. I just bang my head on the table and say, what could I have done? I could have saved that money, used that for extra figures, but I'm too impatient, probably like a lot of you. But this week I was planning on hitting for the Turtles, but then all of a sudden my targets, about half of them in my area, started to reset. They started putting out new product. I got pretty upset though, some of that stuff, I tried to get the Legends set. Even though I have them on pre-order, I figure, hey, I'll buy them now. Maybe I'll get that Chase Valentine. I'll pick those up right away. Street dated, couldn't buy them. I found the new Gamerverse Avengers this week, Iron Man, Target exclusive. Could not buy it. It was street dated for August 1st. There's just nothing worse than getting up to that register and them saying, oh, sorry, we can't sell this to you. See you later. It just seems absolutely crazy. Don't ship them to the store until the street date because, somebody's going to put them out. It happens all the time. Sometimes you can wheel and deal with the people, but most of the time, whenever it happens to me, they call the manager over. The manager's, oh, I can't do that. I'll be fired, blah, blah, blah. Just frustrating when you find something new like that and then you can't get it. But it is what it is at that point. What are you going to do? So there it is. But this week I ended up finding a ton of new stuff at Target. Also had help. We're gonna mention the name of that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. He was a step ahead of me a few days this week. Really helped me out picking some stuff up and even servicing it and dropping it off at my doorstep. You can't beat that. But much more on Waylon and Kyle's journey of the week. I think I should be Johnny Cash, the old legend of the outlaw movement. Waylon, one of the members of the Highwaymen. Maybe David C. Anderson could be another. Maybe he'll be Willie Nelson in the Highwaymen. I don't know. But we got quite the local collector group that's working together on some stuff. But anyways, let's get into the weekly purchases. First off, I want to thank Grudge Match Brand, my buddy Remy, sending me some stickers. They have a lot of cool stuff. I got that Motorhead-inspired Jushin Thunder Liger from Grudge Match. Check them out, but he was cool enough to send me some stickers. Obviously the Grudge Match sticker right there. And you got that one. Heavy metal guys like myself, we like to stick stickers on all kinds of stuff. So some really cool stickers he sent me out of the kindness of his heart. A few guys send me some stuff every once in a while, and that's totally cool. If you guys want to send me something, hey, reach out. I'll talk to you. I'll put you over. I'll promote it on the show, whatever you guys want. Feel free to send me, reach out to me on social media or whatever, and we'll hook you up. I'd love to review some stuff. Hey, Mattel, hook me up. Sure. Okay. Anyways, let's get into weekly purchases. I don't even know where to begin. Got so much stuff this week. But we'll start with, how about something we've never had in weekly purchases? The OSFTM, Original San Francisco Toy Makers, WCW line. So, a little bit long story on these. I've been collecting these for a while, playing the long game. It's not as hardcore as the Jacks or the LJN, where I'm getting them all right away. Slowly piecing these together. There's the Nasty Boys, one of the variant editions of the Nasty Boys in the yellow. And you got to have the original classic in black. Got those. I'm just missing a lot of repaints in this line. But I'm getting there, slowly. Here's the Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster version, I guess you would say. So, was missing that one as well. So some of those, you're going to see those every once in a while. I'll pop those in as I work to complete that collection on some of the variants out there. I'm going to do something a little different this week. We're going to start with the Jacks, Ruthless Aggression, the Lucy's. Shawn Michaels from the Dave Batista 2-pack, kind of towards the end. Needed that one. I already had the Batista. Another Shawn Michaels, the main event Shawn Michaels. Kind of a forgotten one of those boxed exclusives. Has the chaps and his entrance vest on, the little Dutch boy haircut. There's that Shawn Michaels. And then another one, an Adrenaline Rico. I have the Charlie Haas, didn't have the Rico. Probably Rico's best figure ever. You know what I say in my opinion on face paint. That's what you need. If you want to move some product, put a face paint on a wrestler. Oh, we've come to the hot garbage of the week. The alert. We're starting it early with hot garbage. And unfortunately, this is what I've been looking at for a long time. It's the Christian WrestleMania Christian. WrestleMania 20. Very hard to get. Don't see it come up a whole lot. Finally found one loose. Dirt cheap. I got this for $4.99 shipped. So I think that seller made like 3 cents on this one. However, I was in such a hurry. The auction was late at night. I wasn't paying attention. Came across. There was a minute left. Put my bid in. Didn't read the fine print. This bad boy is missing a finger. You probably can't see it there, but he's missing a finger here. Just unbelievable. However, I'm pretty sure I have some Jack's fodder out there. I'm going to find a similar hand. I think I can pop that off and put that in. So not all is lost, but definitely the hot garbage of the week here. I wish I would have read that a little bit closer. How does a finger get taken off like that? I mean, some grubby little kid. I had to disinfect this guy overnight. But there it is. The Christian is the hot garbage of the week. It's very unfortunate. Maven. The last Maven figure I needed, a very strange one. He's got the big M kind of on his crotch. The other one doesn't have that. That's the difference. That's what it comes down to these days, it feels like. So Maven. There's the other Charlie Haas with the Rico. And then Lita from Treacherous Trios pack, I believe, with Matt Hardy and Edge. The last Lita figure I needed. So that's the Jack's Ruthless Aggression Lucy's. It's still, like I keep saying every week, it's getting harder and harder to complete this list. You know, when you got 10,000 to choose from, it's pretty easy. But when you're getting down to the final 50, 70, maybe even less than that, probably less than that, it gets a little bit tougher to find the stuff you need, that's for sure. So there you go. There you have it there. And now I look at, hey, where does a guy even start? But let's start with the Masters of the WWE. So there it is. I picked these up this week, found them all in one day, which I was so happy for. I was sweating this a little bit. I didn't know if I'd be able to find them all right away and piece it together. And then, as I think I've talked about before, maybe not, the New Day comes, it's Manny faces, 3 faces that switch. You need one of each on card, that is for sure, because it shows each different faces, makes it 3 different faces, whatever. I don't count that as a loose variant. If you open it up, it doesn't count. But in package, it counts. It's 3 different figures, 3 different faces. That is a variant, my friends. Found all these. And even better, found them all unpunched. So I have Series 1, Series 2 unpunched, Series 3 unpunched. If you're going to get these mint on card, try to find them unpunched. Looks better, cooler. And we've seen over the years that holds its value a lot more if you're into collecting for the money. Which a lot of us probably aren't, but why not? And it gives a little extra challenge to the hunt. I know the hunt's challenging enough most of the time, but that gives a little extra incentive. Can you find an unpunched set? That's the holy grail, if you ask me. So that's the Masters of the WWE. My mint on card Series 3 loose mint on card set. Get them over there. But then, of course, I had to find another set to open up. And found them all that same day. I took some of the more beat up ones out there because I know there's other minimum card collectors. I wanted some that were beat up because I'm going to open them anyways. Only needed one New Day on that one. But very happy to have the Masters set done. Now I turn my attention to Series 4, which I think is coming out in September or October or so. So there it is, the Masters. I needed to get that done. And I was very happy. That was the start of my fig hunting week. I didn't have to go any more Walmarts the rest of the week. I could really focus on Target and the Ninja Turtles. Next up, a surprise one I didn't think was out. I thought this was coming out around Christmas. Luke and Yoda Dagobah set. Found this at Target during their new resets. As you guys may or may not know, some of the Marvel Legends, Star Wars figures, they are doing a price hike. So normally this would be about $40 for a 2-pack. They are now $45 for a 2-pack. It's inflation, I guess, and it makes you double think and say, do I really need this? I mean, how many Yodas do we already have? As we know, this Luke was released on the single card here just recently. You put them together. I mean, I didn't buy the single card, so I needed this Luke. I thought it was cool. I'll display this with Yoda in his backpack, but it is what it is. But Star Wars figures, we don't talk enough Star Wars. You know, it is kind of one of my later lines I collect, but I'm still all in on Star Wars, so I was very happy to find this week at Target, like I said. Next up, a little Power Rangers. How about? We got the Blue Ranger. You got to have the Blue Ranger. So Power Rangers, not a huge Power Ranger guy. Really at the end of my childhood, I always say, Power Rangers came on when I was, a kid going to school. Right before school, I'd watch the Power Rangers. So I'm only getting the original set and villains from the original set. I'm not getting all these sub-series and stuff. Not getting those. Then I break my own rule and I get the Ranger Slayer, which is the original Pink Ranger, kind of a comic book series set. This is when she turned evil, along with Tommy, the green White Ranger. I'm not going to go into Power Ranger details, but just found these two. You know, the Yellow Ranger was so hard to get, and then I come across 5 Blue Rangers this week. So you just really never know what's going to be hard and what's going to be out there. So I got those Power Rangers done. How about some LJNs? Let's do it. LJN's coming to a close. I've technically bought every single one. I'm still waiting for some to come in the mail. And then, unfortunately, I've had 2 figures lost in the mail. Fingers crossed they still come. One, it's been 3 weeks. The other one, we're looking at 6-7 weeks. I think at this point they are lost in the mail. The sellers are going to refund me, I hope. They should. So more to come on that. But here is Tito Santana, Rick Martel, Strike Force. Let me go back in time and tell you a story. 8, 9-year-old Kyle, whatever year it was, he ordered Strike Force out of the PWI magazine. We all know that famous ad in PWI. I ordered a lot of my LJNs through that. And I ordered Strike Force through that. And I remember the UPS order them, UPS was delivering them. I chased down that UPS guy every single day when I saw him in my neighborhood. I'd run up to his truck and, Mr. UPS guy, you got Strike Force for me. First off, he didn't know what Strike Force was. Secondly, how would he know what's in the package? But, when you're a little kid, that's what you do. You're dumb. And I was dumb. But I was hounding him. And then finally, after a week or 2 or whatever it was, I remember him finally delivering the package to me at my front step and saying, I think you were looking for this, something to that effect. So a little story time of my memories of Strike Force as a kid. Very happy to have them back in my collection, that is for sure. So got Strike Force off the list. Also got some heavy hitters. How about Hacksaw Jim Duggan? That's one that's not easy to find these days. And then one of my all-time favorite LJNs came through, purchased from the great Zorro Mendez. If you're looking for LJNs, Zorro's the man. He seems to find all of them. He finally got a Warlord posted, a nice minty Warlord. I was all over it. One of my all-time favorite LJNs, right up there with the Warrior. Got him in the Warrior at the same time as a kid. As you guys know, I love face-painted wrestlers, and I really love this Warlord figure. So Warlord and Duggan are off the list. I'm just getting down to the end. I mean, we should have probably 1 more week with LJNs, possibly 2, depending if those are lost or not. More to come, but it's been crazy. Finishing off an LJN set in roughly 5 weeks is pretty unheard of, but I came through for you guys. I made it happen. How about this one? These 2, I guess we'll say. Roddy Piper and Edge. I got these from Brian Myers, the former Kurt Hawkins, actually. I purchased these from him. He had a sale going on, and I needed this Edge. So I picked that up, and I picked up this Roddy Piper along with it, just for the heck of it. Had to get them both. This Edge I've been looking at for a long time. So I can confirm Brian Myers, Kurt Hawkins, is a good seller. He hooked me up, got it to me. Appreciate it, Brian. Thank you. All right, I also went back in the past of San Diego Comic-Con past. I believe 2015. I got an email from Big Bad Toy Store this week that this was in stock. I don't know if it had been in stock this whole time or if I just missed it or what, but I thought I remembered this selling out back in the day. Really cool packaging here. You can put the Ant-Man antennas up. How cool of a pack is this just there? San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, 2015. Got this off Big Bad Toy Store. $100. Heck of a deal for this. It opens up. It's got the Velcro almost like a NECA. And you got the Giant Man in there. You got Ant-Man. You got the small versions, the 3 3/4-ish versions. You got the 6-inch. Just a really cool set of Hank Pym, Ant-Man, Scott Lang, Goliath. And there's the back. A really, really cool set from, like I said, I believe 2015. Let me look. I'm sure it's on here somewhere. Yep, 2015. I was right. I don't know. Like I said, I think I maybe just slept on that on Big Bad Toy Store's website, but ordered it up. You know, Big Bad Toy Store, I love them a lot. You can, I order a lot of stuff through there. They have a great shipping program. Stuff always comes minty. And a lot of stuff, Super 7 stuff, I like to order through Big Bad Toy Store because they don't charge you till it ships. If you order straight off Super 7 and some other sites, they have your money for a year, gaining interest that you could be using to buy other figures. I strongly recommend Big Bad Toy Store. They don't sponsor me, but I would love it if they would. Hey, send me some stuff. I'm all ears. But anyways, there's the Ant-Man 2015 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. How fitting for San Diego Comic-Con week this came through the door. All right, we roll on with weekly purchases, and I got Torrie Wilson Series 22. I've been having troubles finding this one, and who of all people was selling this but Hornswoggle. The Hornswoggle himself was selling this online. I picked this up from Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle was cool enough to throw in a wrestling pin of himself as well with the purchase, so thank you, Hornswoggle. Got Torrie Wilson off my list, one of the needed Ruthless Aggressions, completing the Torrie Wilson collection. This week was a big week for Ultimate Editions. As you guys have discussed before, I get a loose set first, and then I play the long game, and I get the mint on card, mint in box, whatever you want to call it, Ultimate Editions. Well, I finally did this. This dropped down to $22 on Amazon, so I got my mint in box Finn Balor to go with my loose one. Happy to have that one off the list. And then I got a little nervous about the Shawn Michaels and the Brock Lesnar as those went out of stock. Now they're back in stock everywhere. I probably could have played the long game a little bit longer, but got the Brock and HBK mint in box set for the collection. Now I just need John Cena and Becky Lynch. I need to get another set of those. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I need to find a way to display the Ultimate Editions as they're starting to grow now. But got those three this week and continuing that collection on. So. Next up, basics. You know, I'm turning into a basic guy lately. I'm going to have a huge unboxing video of basics. I got like 25 of them that I need to unbox. I need to get them displayed where they need to go. I don't buy all basics, just one-offs and people that don't really get a lot of elites, and that goes to Lana. Lana's never had an elite, and I got the regular edition and the chase edition. If you guys watched my figure hunting video, I found both of these in those videos. I drove out of town to even find these, so happy to have this off the list for the SummerSlam series. But look forward to a big unboxing of basic figures soon. Maybe I'll bring my daughter. I'm probably gonna need help. I mean, I don't want it to be a 2-hour-long video. I'm gonna bang, 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 knock them out. Let's see, where do we go next? How about Walmart exclusive Black Widow in gray? Been really wanting this one for a long time. Never hit the stores in my area ever. I don't know what the deal was. I know that Black Widow movie with the coronavirus delaying it really threw a wrench in that whole Marvel Legends Black Widow set. It's really unfortunate. I don't know if they'll re-release those figures down the line. They're on clearance now at your Walmarts and Targets. So if you want any Black Widow figures, get them. But this Walmart exclusive comic one I never saw. Then this week, Walmart.com had these up for grabs, and I grabbed one really quick off online, and they shipped it to my door. So happy to have that Black Widow set done. And then, this is where Mr. Waylon Jennings comes into the discussion for the week. Waylon out there hunting, just got really lucky, found at Target the new Deadpool set. We talked last week, maybe it's time for me to pass the torch. Like a young Tenacious D. Ronnie James Dio, that would be me, old Dio, passing the torch to young Waylon, who would be the D. I don't know. I don't know if it's quite there yet. It was getting close. Waylon had a nice rookie mistake. As you can see, I am missing one from the set, and it's Shikla or whatever her name is. I am missing her from the whole set. Waylon found it, took a picture, said, hey, you need these? Yes, get them. Well, Waylon did the rookie move. He went to go get a cart. When he came back, what one was missing? Shikla. So, on the hunt for that. I want to open these because I want to build the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure, but until I get her, I can't build that. I got every other one. But look at your targets. These hit Target this week. A really awesome set. I absolutely love X-Force. A lot of these guys are just like the Toy Biz versions that we grew up with as a kid. Awesome set. Can't wait to review them. Just got to find that Shikla figure. And then had a heck of a day yesterday. Be in the next week's figure hunting video. Could not find her. I hit one target 3 times in one day. The first 2 times, nothing. 2 hours later, I happen to go to the Target again. Of course, this set's on the shelf, and she's missing. So that's the only one I seem to be missing repeatedly, driving me up a wall. I will get it. I will find her eventually. But you guys know, the waiting's the hardest part. Tom Petty told me that a long time ago. I've shared it with you guys in the past. But there it is, the new Marvel Legends X-Force Deadpool wave, a must-have for a 90s kid like myself. And then another one. I should play the long game on this. I didn't. I saw it and I said, oh, I got to get this. This could be fun. And that is the old Slambulance. I just imagine if I would have had an ambulance like this as a kid. These kids are so lucky these days playing with this stuff. I'll unbox this. I'll have it as a display piece. One of these days I'm going to build a huge arena. I kind of had a big one, then I took it down. Now it's kind of mid-size. I think I'm going to build a big one again. I'll use this. I'll use that car. I'll use some other things. And I know my kids will enjoy playing with this, so it's a win-win. Pretty pricey, I thought. A little pricier than it should be, and that's shame on me. Play the long game. They just put it on the shelf. You know they're going to have this in a Target ad, whatever. It'll be cheaper. It'll be clearanced out. But I can't wait. I just can't wait for things, and that's what happened. So the Marvel figures roll on. So then this week, you know, a lot of these Marvel, I should have said that Deadpool wave, I pre-ordered that from Amazon, which I later canceled because, hey, I got it now. That was supposed to ship in October. Same thing with these. They're supposed to be a September ship, and that is the new Spider-Man retro wave. If you guys remember the 90s, you guys remember back to these cool, the cool packaging of the Spider-Man. Well, here it is. Daredevil, Electro, Green Goblin, Gwen Stacy. Had to pick these up. I found a few of these this week. Electro I found. I also found a Gwen Stacy, but then my buddy Waylon, he came through and found a couple of these other ones for me. Green Goblin and Daredevil. I also got another Gwen Stacy. I need two because she comes with the Mary Jane head. So I'll have one as Gwen Stacy, one as Mary Jane. I'm crazy. I can't just switch them back and forth. I need them both sitting on the shelf with the different heads. But these are supposed to be out in September. I've seen Target getting these. It's very strange. They're only putting 2 out at a time. I guess that's all they're getting. 3 different Targets, just had 2, none in the back, no more. I can't imagine a case of 2, so I don't know if they're just breaking cases up and shipping them out just to get distribution started. Very, very strange process, but just a few more I need. I need the Peter Parker and the Spider-Man figure. So just those 2. I gotta think. I have 4 more Targets in my area that should be setting any day now. I'm hoping I can get those 2. I really need that last Deadpool figure, as I mentioned. So hopefully I'll come through with those. Like I said, a lot of new stuff this week. I really anticipated a quieter week, and now it all came at once. So I would have to assume the next few weeks are going to be pretty quiet, especially after San Diego Comic-Con, getting most of this stuff out of these new sets. We still got He-Man exclusives to hit at Walmart. I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. We'll talk about that in the future, but that's an exciting new line. I'm on the fence. I'm going back and forth day by day. Check my temperature tomorrow. It might be different, but there's that. So now we get into the anxiety portion of the show. Turtles anxiety, trademarked by me months ago. The anxiety was a real thing. And luckily, our boy Waylon Jennings comes through again. Waylon and I split up, took the city by storm. We split the area, meet in the middle, did a whole circle of the area, hitting stores all day long. Got iced out. I believe this was Tuesday of this past week when these were supposed to start hitting the stores. Couldn't find him anywhere. And then Waylon did a rerun to one of the Targets in town. Bam, there these were. He sends me the message, oh, I found you the Casey and Foot Soldier. He got one too, but unfortunately there was only one metalhead. My heart sank. I said, Waylon, I know you want to give me the one and only metalhead. No, I wouldn't do that to him. He found it. He gets first dibs. That's the way it goes. He would expect the same from me, I'm sure. But then a couple seconds later, oh, there's another one. I found the other metalhead. So we got Casey and the Foot Soldier. We got metalhead done. The anxiety was immediately released. Tuesday was a very busy day. I was hitting stores in between conference calls. I had a very busy day for meetings because I actually got some vacation this week. I got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. I only worked 16 hours. 16 hours I worked on my vacation between the 3 days. Probably actually more than that, unfortunately, but it's part of the pain of my real-world job sometimes. I mean, I love what I do, but at the same time, it's 7 days a week. It's 24/7. There's always something going on. I'm always needed for a call or a conference call. There's just no escape. So Tuesday I was pretty tied up. I didn't get to really go out, but I had the rest of the week off knowing Thursday, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, Target exclusive, Turtles, the Mutagen Tour box set, have to have it. Turtle anxiety at an all-time high with that one, as I knew it was going to go fast. I knew I wouldn't be able to get it. There's always the possibility online, but we've seen with NECA, the online sales for these and then that one, the bots get those things in less than a second. You don't even get a chance. It's the most frustrating thing ever to collectors out there. I'm not here to resell and make it. I just want one of each. Just hook me up. There's got to be a better way, NECA. I mean, I think, unfortunately, I don't like it as much. The Super 7 approach, you hate pre-ordering it and having to wait a full year for something. But I think that's what it's come to. That's the only way people are going to get guaranteed, and the only way they're going to be able to make enough, because they're obviously not making enough figures for everybody that wants them. Turtle Anxiety, this is the only collector. I'm a hardcore collector. You guys know. A lot of you guys are just like me. We're out there in the streets every single day trying to find stuff. We should have no problem finding things. I find everything eventually, but I feel bad for, little Jimmy, who's 16 years old and really wants these turtles, and he only gets to go to the stores once a month or once a week or whatever it is, and he's only got allowance money for this. And I mean, that's horrible. I think of myself as a little kid being heartbroken because I never saw this, never could have got it. Obviously I want one. I don't want multiples of these. I just want one. But there's a lot of people that don't even get that chance, which is unfortunate. And it's a business at the end of the day. NECA wants them in the hands. I know you want a little bit of collectability, but people need to be able to find them. People need to be able to buy them online, whatever it takes. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the 4-pack I was talking about, I hit the 8 local Walmarts. I hit every single one of them 3 times on Thursday looking for these. And it was futile. Nobody knew what I was talking about. They weren't in any of the stores. It's just going to be one of those things at the mercy of the NECA reps, at the mercy of Targets, where they're going to trickle out. I'm hopeful next week on weekly purchases I have one of these packs. I don't know. It's going to be a long week. I'm sick of going into Targets multiple times a day trying to find these things. I'm sick of reaching out to my parents and my wife and making sure, hey, don't run to Target quick, check. I'm not over that side of town or whatever. Asking friends and family to look for me as well. It's just, it's ridiculous. It shouldn't be that hard for us. Turtle Anxiety, like I said, I don't get anxiety about figures, but turtles I do, and I hate it. It makes me want to jump out, but then, you find it and you get brought back in, you see something cool. It's just tough, and I know a lot of you guys are sharing those same feelings. Just keep looking at your Targets. Try to find out your NECA rep schedule. Keep hunting and looking. But there it is. I thank old Waylon Jennings. Been a great partner this week and a great partner in the future. We're going to find this stuff. We're going to look together. I even helped Waylon out a little bit this week with that Pink Ranger and telling him, hey, there's one at one of the Walmarts up the road because I didn't know he wanted it right away. Got that for him as well. So we're helping each other out. You guys, I recommend you find somebody to help you out too in this day and age of trying to find these figures. But that is it for weekly purchases. That was a lot of stuff. This is a very expensive week. My wallet needs a break, that's for sure. We'll see what next week brings. I think there'll be a few new items, a few things that come through the door, but it should be quiet for a little bit. You would think. You would think it would be, but you just really never know in this game what's going to come by, what kind of deals you're going to find, and there it is. So that is weekly purchases. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to comment. Tell me what you got this week. What are you collecting? What are you doing? Let's talk Turtle Anxiety. I know it's a dark subject for a lot of us, that's for sure. Talk about that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget about that giveaway I talked about at the beginning of the show. You got to like, you got to comment, you got to be subscribed. And I'll pick a winner next week, and I'll announce it on my weekly purchases video next Saturday. And then you're going to have to get a hold of me via some way, social media, your best bet, at the Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, at SirPaul64 on Twitter. That is it. That's weekly purchases. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys all real soon.